Hello, amazing people. I greet you wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice from. I'm so glad to be your midst as usual. Okay, still on the Ooni Of Ife stories and stories coming from Agodi Correctional Center or facility as you want to have it right now. And it's really becoming very interesting because yours sincerely did a story that broke out from nowhere yesterday regarding the rumor that came out, the beautiful rumor that came out of Queen Naomi's pregnancy. You recall that while yours sincerely was doing that story, we told you multiple occasions that look, we are not sure of this authenticity of that story, but at the same time, we said and we said we pray that it turns out to be true because that will completely change the narrative, that will change the trajectory of the whole conversation around Queen Naomi and the Agudi Correctional Facility. And just when we did that story, I'm sure you guys are aware that we've done a lot of stories regarding the rumor, that is making the round that Ooni Of Ife has not been doing enough, not publicly showing support to Queen Naomi, and a lot of people have been worried. No less a person than Reverend Esther Ajayi, came out a few days ago, and that it was reported that she was crying, literally crying to Kabiesi, that please, oh, tomorrow may be too late. You need to act now. Okay, that was Reverend Esther Ajayi herself. And don't forget that Reverend Esther Ajayi has a unique relationship between Queen Naomi and Kabiesi. And that is why you see, whenever Kabiesi is having most of those his functions, you see Reverend Esther Ajayi either sitting by the left side or by the right hand side. I mean, they are that close. And don't forget that Reverend Esther Ajayi is like maybe godmother, if you want to put it that way, to Queen Naomi. So she is close to these two people, and that is why she came out a few days ago to cry out to say, "Look, KBC, it appears that whatever it is you are doing, it doesn't seem to be enough, or it's not being seen to be enough by the generality of people." Okay, and just when we did that, and we also reported about that pregnancy, which is still, I mean, going viral as at this moment. We little did we know that possibly some of these things they are intertwined. Like we always say, I'm not in a Agodi Correctional Center. I'm not related to Queen Naomi, but it's just that when some of these news come out like this, we just have to, especially when the news is already out there, you just have to reenact it so that it doesn't look as if, oh, how come you are not aware of this? And I know some of you do come out to say, okay, it's not everything about Queen Naomi you should be putting out there. I understand this. There are a lot of information that you sincerely have at his disposal that, I mean, he doesn't bring out. The reason is that it's not everything that should be out there. But now you see us, when you see us reporting or reenacting stories like this, we will have done our due diligence, we'll have known that, okay, this news is already out there. So if you're not going to report it, it doesn't change the dynamics. It's already out there anyway. Okay. So for those of you who are not so cool with us reporting this, I think you should just relax. Okay. I mean, God has got Queen Naomi's back full time. Okay. So back to the story on ground right now. I was saying that with all the rumor, around making the rounds in social media that Ooni Of Ife doesn't seem to be supportive enough. Now, just a few hours ago, KBSC has come out as if he was listening to the likes of us, Maybe he was listening to the pressure, maybe he was listening to the likes of Reverend Esther Ajayi and everybody that has been talking. Okay, and now he has come out. Don't forget that since the 18th of December, when that stampede happened, it was only one time that the palace came up with a communique, which a lot of people have said is neither here nor there. Maybe a lot of people claim that he was too diplomatic in that communique, that he wasn't. He was just in between, sort of. Okay, but now he has come out right now, and what is he saying this time? He's saying that, look, God will vindicate Queen Naomi. Yes, you heard me well. And the news is already out there. And that is why yours sincerely is doing it with all the confidence. This one is not, even though most time you hear us say is alleged, is alleged. Sometimes some of these news are actually out there. Sometimes they filter in. Sometimes they are already out there in multiple platforms. So this one, Oni came out to say, Amen, he is absolving Queen Naomi of any ill intention to harm these children. I'm talking about the 35 pipe children right now. And it went on to say, Queen Naomi has a noble intention, to put smiles, on the faces of these underprivileged, and hungry children, in the first place. That was her intention, to put smiles on their faces, like we have always reported on several occasions. That was her only intention. And this is something she has been doing over a decade right now. So it was a good thing that Ooni of Ife himself, yes, came out to say, you know, that though the case is before the court, and because the case is before the court, you say we cannot interfere with the court process. We will wait for the court's outcome and we will not take any steps that will jeopardize the court processes. And I think this is the way to go, because don't forget, like we keep telling everybody, Ooni of Ife, is a well-respected monarch in Nigeria. The man, believes in due process, and he is also the spiritual father of the entire Yoruba race, including the people of Oyo State who are Yorubas. Don't forget, these 35 Pi children are also his subjects. Okay, so I always tell people that, look, even though it may seem that, okay, he's not talking enough, he's not pulling weight enough, as we can see, but it doesn't in any way mean that he's not doing stuff underground. Okay, I sincerely believe that he must be doing something, even though you and I may not be privileged to know the extent to which he has gone. But this time, he came out to say, we hope she will be eventually exonerated at the end of the day. Okay? And even the Oni himself, just like yours sincerely has always encouraged all Queen Naomi fans to pray, Oni himself, Ooni of Ife himself, have come out to say, look, that she's calling out for prayers, that at this time that Queen Naomi needs all our prayers. And this is exactly the way to go while we wait for the process of the law, to take its course. Okay, in his words, he said, Queen Naomi has great love for kids, and she has good mind, she has good heart, and so he just came out to say that he knows that at the end of the day, like I have always said, he said it himself, that at the end of the day, Queen Naomi will come out victorious. Okay, so don't forget that just Tuesday here there was this hearing, the bail application, to seek for Queen Naomi's bail, which was not granted. You just sincerely did a story on that. The case was adjourned to 13th, of course. But don't forget that it is a good thing that Ooni of Ife himself is coming out to throw his weight behind Queen Naomi now, because there are threats from the Oyo State officials. They are talking tough that there must be justice, blah, blah, and the rest, and rightly so. Okay, because the 35 Pack children are also their subjects. So I wouldn't want to blame them for talking tough, but at the same time, I'm so happy that Ooni of Ife, for the first time, has come out now to say he knows that Queen Naomi will come out victorious. And who knows, perhaps that rumor of pregnancy, that pregnancy rumor, yes, you heard me well. When we were reporting that story, we told that, look, we may not know the source. We even said we are not 100% sure of the accuracy of that rumor, and we left it at that. But again, just when this rumor of pregnancy just came out, few hours later, because it's still within hours now, Oni has come out now to start supporting. And that is after there was this rumor that he secretly went to Agodi prison to meet with Queen Naomi face to face. So if you look at this utterances of Ooni of Ife right now, that is out there in the public domain, it's beginning to look like some of these things we report out here have some measure of uh, 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 authenticity to them, honestly, because this I don't think these are just mere coincidence, but even if they are coincidence, these are beautiful coincidence as far as I'm concerned right now. Okay, so Queen Naomi fans, like I keep saying, let's continue doing our prayers. Oni has come out to say, look, at the end of the day, Queen Naomi will be vindicated, just like we all have always believed. Okay, so continue your prayers, and I'm sure God will not disappoint all of us. Okay, so this is the story that came out at this time, and I'll say kudos to Ooni Of Ife for coming out for the first time openly, because it's all over the mainstream news, coming out openly to say no, Queen Naomi will come out vindicated. Okay, so this is the news that broke out, and I mean, my heart is so joyous, just hearing about this and reporting it to you guys. So keep the hope alive. Okay, I'm going to be back soon. God bless you. Bye bye.